Good afternoon, or evening, or whatever. Sun hasn't set here yet this time. I'm recording my video. It's April 4th. I mean, today's day is not very interesting. It's, um, square root day, I think. That's like 4.4.16. I don't really have any discussion about square roots or anything like that, so, oh well, I'll just talk about something else that was on my mind. I have some friends, and I know other people that, um, they ascribe by one of the philosophies they ascribe by is snitches get stitches. Now, I really don't like that, just because if you're doing something wrong and you're aware that you're doing something wrong, you know, wrong being whether society thinks it's wrong, there's a law making it illegal, you know, you don't think it's right to do personally. It's wrong by somebody's standards. You may think it's all right to do. Just because it's illegal doesn't make it a bad thing. But I'm not talking about bad. I'm talking about right and wrong. People smoke pot in a lot of places. It is legal. That doesn't make it right to smoke it. It doesn't necessarily make it wrong to smoke it. It's legal to smoke it. There's places like here in Illinois where unless you were getting it medicinally, it is illegal to smoke it. And that's because you're breaking a law. It is a wrong thing to do. That doesn't make it a bad thing to do, though. But it's still wrong, in a way. So, people do it. But, they can get away with it. But by doing so, there is a chance that you're going to get caught. And get in trouble for doing it. So, if you're personally aware that something you're doing, somebody with higher authority than you is going to consider it wrong, either don't do it. Oh, I know, what a concept, don't do it. Or be prepared to accept the consequences, and there's nobody to blame but yourself. Whether or not somebody tattles on you. There's... Just because somebody else tells on you doesn't take the responsibility of the wrong action away from you, and it doesn't make them liable for anything. Snitches get stitched. Oh, God. It's like... I just saw a video, actually, of these kids on an Easter egg hunt. There was a helicopter tracking down some fugitives near them. Of course, the kids on the ground see the guy because they're at ground level. They can see the guy. The guy in the helicopter can't because of some trees. The kids, of course, on the ground can't see this guy, or can't talk to the helicopter anyway. And so they, are waving at him to try to get their attention. And they make a big arrow out of like 7 or 8 kids pointing to where the guy is. The guy in the helicopter sees the big arrow and looks over to where the arrow's pointing and eventually finds the fugitive. Now, are these kids snitches? Yeah, sure. That doesn't make this fugitive any less of a bad guy for whatever he was a fugitive from. Who knows? He could be like, with Scooby-Doo, I would have got away for 2 for more for those meddling kids. But, getting away with doing something bad, the difference between that and getting caught doesn't take away that you still did something wrong. I keep mixing up bad and wrong, but whether or not you get caught doesn't detract from the fact that you did something wrong. And whether or not somebody tattled on you to get you caught doesn't take that away either. So people that are all like snitches get stitches, and with that kind of mentality, it's the only people that subscribe to that mentality are people that do something wrong. Well, something wrong enough to, warrant them getting in big trouble, because everybody does things wrong all the time. It's it's some higher philosophy stuff, I don't know. But, there is a point of minding your own business. There are ethics to be concerned with. And, I mean, one of the things we're focusing on at work is ethics. And how, if, if you don't tattle on somebody that you see doing something wrong, you can be held liable, actually. So, yeah, you gotta really pay attention to things like that. If you see somebody doing something wrong and you don't tell somebody, and later on, they keep doing their bad thing, and they find out you knew about it, you could be held accountable too. Because you could have stopped that. You know? I think that the phrase snitches need stitches needs to die. I think that whole mentality needs to die. And I think people who want to ascribe to that mentality need to own the fuck up to what they do. Just take some fucking responsibility. I that's really all I have to say. That